still there. Oh, sweet as that star-spangled banner yet waves o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Introducing your County Settlers, defensively in right field number 17, Brendan Halas. In center field number 2, Turner Hill.
It's a beautiful day for baseball here from Don Edwards Park as we get set for game number 39 of this 2018 Summer Great Lakes Collegiate Summer League campaign. Hello, everybody. Ben Murray along for you, the ride with you as we bring you Licking County Settler baseball here as they get ready to take on the Richmond Jazz. Richmond comes into this one with a record of 13-26. Licking County 9-29. After last night, Richmond was able to take game number 1 of this 2-game set by a final score of 8-4. Licking County ahead 3-2 for most of the game, but Richmond able to come back and tie it in the middle innings and then take a big run lead in the 8th and 9th innings, especially today on the mound. Looks like it's going to be a late scratch for Licking County. Chris Sparks was initially going to start. Here's that John Troll will actually be out on the mound today. We have to pull up John Troll's stats. Defensive alignment behind him and left to right, Sam Stewart, Turner Hill, and Brendan Alas. First to third, Cale Baker, Sam Wilson, Eddie Pena, and Dylan Ott. In behind the plate today for the first time this season, it'll be Trevor Nidzwicki catching John Troll. Starting batting order for the Richmond Jazz, Tommy Bell will lead off and play shortstop. Nolan Young, the right fielder, batting second. Batting third and playing left field, Stephen Bennett cleaning up and batting in the 4th spot at first base. Jackson Blevins in center field. Jared Kengott batting 5th. Batting 6th and catching will be Damon Maynard. DeAndre Javis will be 3rd and batting 7th. Austin Turner in the 8th spot and playing second base. And to round out the order for the Richmond Jazz will be the designated hitter, Jared Wolf, as we are about ready to get set for first pitch from starting pitcher John Troll. Troll on the season 0-3 with a 6.89 ERA. This will be his 3rd start of the season, 7th appearance overall, 15 2/3 innings, 11 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 26 hits. As he starts off, Tommy Bell with the ball outside. First pitch, 7:05 tonight, 7:05 p.m. Troll rocks back. Here's the 1-0. This one right back at him. Nearly got a glove on it, but Tommy Bell will be aboard with a leadoff single. That's the 4th game in a row that he has reached on a base hit. 4-game hitting streak for the shortstop in Bell. That'll bring Nolan Young to the dish now. Young last night had the big home run against Johnny Putnam. So he would tie the game up at 2. Should have brought him within 1. It was a 3-2 ball game after the home run by Nolan Young. 1 for 4 last night, the home run. As Troll checks over on first base, not in time. Cale Baker playing first base today. First time we've seen him over there all season. Nolan Young on the year. It was only his 4th start in the batting order, a late addition. Was the Gas City, Indiana native as he chops this one right back to Troll. He'll pick it up, look at second, but now throw to first. A little bit off bag. Good catch by Baker as Young will be retired. Little tapper right back to the mound. Troll fielding his position well and making a strong throw over to Baker at first base. That'll move the runner in, Tommy Bell, over to second as the left fielder, Stephen Bennett, will be the batter now. Bennett 1 for 4 in the game yesterday, had a walk and a strikeout. Troll going from the set. Here's the first pitch. Curveball fouled off to the left side by Bennett. Wind blowing straight out to left center. A little bit towards center field, about 8 miles per hour. There's the 0-1. This one fouled out of play to the right side. No balls and 2 strikes the count. 79 degrees, our game time temperature, about 51% humidity, so a little bit humid out here today. As I said, about 8 to 10 miles per hour, the wind blowing out more towards straightaway center, maybe a little towards left center. It's going to be a good night for the right-handed hitters if they can get it up in the jet stream. Here's the 0-2 from Troll in the dirt, blocked by Nidzwicki. It gets away, but the runner in Bell will stay put at second base. Count now moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bennett comes into this one, .311 batting average, has 33 hits on the season, including 13 doubles. Also driven in 19 RBIs for the Canisius College product. Bell getting a big lead on second base, bouncing back and forth. Here's a pitch from Troll. This one rolled over to left side. Going to be a tough play for Pena. Backhands now, throws to third as Bell hung out in no man's land. He might have thought that ball would get into the outfield, but a heads-up play by Eddie Pena on the backhand takes the easy out on the tag out of Tommy Bell. Mark that up 6-5 in your scorebook. Stephen Bennett will make it to first base on a fielder's choice, and that will be out number 2 here in the top of the first inning. Bennett over on first base, and Jackson Blevins, the left-handed hitting first baseman, will be up. First pitch from Troll, just missing the outside corner. Blevins on the season, .224 average, 26 hits, 3 doubles, 2 home runs. He's also driven in 15 RBIs and has 31 strikeouts. He takes a strike in the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Plainfield, Illinois native. 6'3", 210, goes to Wabash College in Crawfordsville, Indiana. The 1-1 delivery, that one catching the top of the strike zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Umpires today behind the plate. It'll be Mark Oppenheimer, and on the base pass, Kyle Ogleby. Very familiar with these two guys. They've done plenty of settler games this season. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the delivery from Troll, chopped to the right side. It will get through and into right field. Aloss will pick it up. Bennett going around from second, and he will get into third base safely on the 2-out single by Jackson Blevins. There will now be runners at the corners, still with 2 outs. Jared Kengott, the batter now, as he comes up in a big spot early on here in the top of the first. It'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs. Kengott, the right-handed hitting center fielder. Here's the pitch from Troll. This one popped up in foul ground to the right side. Cale Baker settles under it and makes the catch. So John Troll able to escape further damage here as he induces the pop-up to Jared Kengott. 2 guys get aboard, but they are unable to score as Settlers will come up for the first time. We're still scoreless. Settlers coming to bat for its first time today against starting pitcher William Seawer. Seawer on the season. This will be the 10th appearance, third start, 1-1 record, 10.35 ERA, 20 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts, 14 walks, and 26 hits. Batting order for the Settlers. Hill, Ott, and Wilson due up in this inning. Following will be Baker, Stewart, Alas, and then Pena, Dill, and Nidzwicki. To round out the order for the Licking County Settlers, Hill squaring to bunt and takes on the outside corner for strike one. Defense for the Jazz, left to right field, Bennett, Kengott, and Young. First to third base, Blevins, Turner, Bell, and Davis. Has another strike on the outside corner to Turner Hill, no balls and 2 strikes. Damon Maynard behind the plate for the Jazz. Turner last night 3 for 4, 2 doubles and a single. He's down 0-2. Now takes outside 1-2 is the count. Settlers going all gray uniforms tonight. Gray tops, gray bottoms, red scripted Settlers across the front with the gray hats and blue brims as that pitch runs inside on Turner Hill. Evens the count at 2. Jazz going with the neon green jerseys. Today it says Jazz in white letters across the front. Gray pants, blue hats as Hill takes inside. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes for the lefty from Malone College. See, we're working from the stretch. Here's a 3-2. This one chopped to the second baseman in Turner. He fields it and fires the first base to retire Turner Hill. Out number 1 posted very quickly. Hill was able to work the count full, but rolled over to start this ball game up as that'll bring Dylan Ott to the dish now. Ott starting at third base today. He got the night off last night. Celebrated his 21st birthday a couple days ago, so belated happy birthday to Dylan Ott. Had a couple of hits in the Cincinnati Steam Series. Actually 2 for 8 in that one. First pitch from Seawer in the dirt, 4-1. Ott 256 batting average on the season. He has 32 hits. 7 of those going for doubles, 11 RBIs, 22 strikeouts, and 12 walks for the Wisconsin Oshkosh Titan. Here's the 1-0. That one misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes to the righty and Ott. Two 2-0 offering skips in and Ott ahead in the count. 3 balls and no strikes. Dylan said he was switching up his pregame routine today. Going to try something new as he's been struggling as of late. Though he's kind of turned it on the last couple games as he takes 4 straight balls, and he will be on board with a 1-out walk for the Licking County Settlers. First base runner of the day for Licking County as that'll bring Sam Wilson into the batter's box now. Sam 0 for 4 last night. Actually broke his 19-game on-base streak. The longest one of the season for the Settlers. Wasn't a 19-game hit streak. It was a 19-game on-base streak. Had a couple walks mixed in, a couple hit-by pitches. But last night, not able to make it on in any sort of fashion. Here's the first pitch from Seawer. That one outside. Dylan Ott has stolen a base in the last 2 games that he has been a part of. Ott with 9 on the season. We'll see if he goes. Here's the 1-0. Big secondary. And taken on the outside corner by Sam Wilson. Wilson, the leading batter on this Licking County roster. 321 average. 45 hits. Only Settler with over 40 hits. See where steps off as Ott. Looked like he was going to go. Got a big jump. Trying to time up the cadence of the starting pitcher in Seawer. Seawer checks on Ott and throws over. Ott going back in, standing up. There's the 1-1. Ott stays put at first base, and the ball misses outside. 2 balls and a strike to the righty in Wilson. On deck stands Cale Baker. Baker and Wilson going to be college teammates here in the fall semester. Here's the 2-1. Wilson smacks this right back up the middle, shortstop side. Ott will round second base as Ken Gott fields it and fires it back in. First and second base with one out. The Settlers trying to get something cooking here early in the bottom of the first inning. Here's Cale Baker, the batter now. Baker last night 1 for 4 with a double. He's kind of settled in to the cleanup role the last part of the season or so. We've seen a lot of guys exit, going home with injuries, no longer with the team. So the order has kind of been the same almost every night. You got Wilson and Baker in those 3-4 spots. Everybody else kind of shifting. But Baker playing for space tonight. He's batting .248 on the season. 27 hits, 10 doubles, 6 home runs. Leads the team. First pitch from Seawer. Taken high for ball 1. Seawer started Turner Hill off with 2 straight strikes, but ever since then has fallen behind the last 3 hitters. Dylan Ott and Sam Wilson both in favorable counts, and Cale Baker well on his way. Here's the 1-0. Fouled out of play to the right side. Blevins, the first baseman, will give chase, but he will run out of room as it lands in the grandstands on the first base side. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Ott on second, Wilson on first. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out to Cale Baker. Here's the offering from Seawer. Fouled off to the right side once again. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Cale. Ball goes off the pitcher's glove in Seawer, but nobody will advance.
Sit down. Watch the game.
1 ball and 2 strikes to the righty Baker. Settlers trying to finish the season strong. They have a doubleheader tomorrow with Southern Ohio. And then 1 more against the Copperheads on Sunday to close out this season. 3 games left after this one. Here's the 1-2. A swing and a miss by Cale Baker. He goes down for the 42nd time this season. And there are 2 outs now, and Sam Stewart, the batter. Stewart also did not play last night. He'd gotten a hit in every game that he'd been a part of until the last 2. Went 0 for against the Cincinnati Steam on 2 occasions, but I kind of joked with them the other day. Takes outside for a ball. Joked with him the other day that he has been on base every single game. He's 10 for 25 on the season, 2 doubles, an RBI, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. That one catches the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to the righty Stewart. Did Razum, I want to say it was last night, he was taking batting practice. It was the last couple nights. He hasn't gotten to base yet. He came out so hot. He talked about how he hadn't swung a bat in a couple weeks with that wrist injury. Pitch from Stewart outside in the dirt. I told him, too, he came off the bench cold against Saginaw. No, maybe it was St. Clair. St. Clair was up in Canada. As Ott takes off for third base, he'll go in standing up, throw down to second base to Wilson. Glances off the glove of Turner, the second baseman. Ott will scamper home as Wilson knocking over Turner, the second baseman, and Dylan Ott will come in to score. Early lead once again for the Settlers off the stolen base by Dylan Ott. 10th stolen base on the season. And he puts the runners in motion and just kind of makes something happen. Wilson goes into second. That would be an error on the second baseman for Dylan Ott scoring. Put that in as an E4 in the scorebooks. 3 balls and 1 strike. It's the righty in Stewart now. The smart play by the catcher in Maynard to go to second base. Dylan Ott had a great jump. Sam Wilson a little delayed just to make sure Ott was running. But the second baseman not getting over in time as Stewart hits his hard on a 1-hop turn to the second baseman, throws over to first. And in time to retire the side. But Licking County able to push 1 run across after 1 inning of play. Settlers lead 1-0.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I did mention earlier, tonight is host family night here at Loudon Edwards Park. In between the innings, we're going to introduce some of our host families that have opened up their homes for the players and also some interns. Our first family this evening is Tina Bell and her wonderful children who I know personally, 2 kids, Sean, Sawyer, and Storm. They are with Alec Berry. Let's give a round of applause for Ken and Cash for getting out there to picture with the Bells. Alex, you're along with the team at the because you guys still in. Thanks a lot, guys.
After one frame of play, Licking County leading the Richmond Jazz by a score of 1-0. After Dylan Ott stealing third base and scoring on the error by the second baseman. And Turner might have got a little help from Sam Wilson as Wilson knocked Turner over trying to cover on the double steal. But nonetheless, Licking County getting run across the board. John Troll starts off with a strike right down the middle to catcher Damon Maynard. Maynard last night 1 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout. Troll working quickly, misses outside now with the curveball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Maynard on the season, 268 batting average, 11 hits, 2 RBIs, 4 strikeouts, and 5 walks. This Troll misses outside once again badly with the curveball. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Troll rocks back and fires the 2-1, lifted into right field. A loss going back towards the line, and he will make the running catch to retire Damon Maynard to start this second inning. Troll retires him on 4 pitches, and very quickly out number 1 here in the top of the second inning. DeAndre Davis will be the batter now. Davis did not play in last night's game. Did appear in both games up in Richmond. Started the first one on the 14th of July, went 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Made a pinch hit appearance in game number 2 the night after as Troll starts off with a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Davis got a sacrifice fly in that second game. As here comes the 1-0 from Troll. That one outside once again. 2 balls and no strikes. To the righty from McCordsville, Indiana. Davis 171 average on the season, 13 hits. This is college baseball at Earlham College. As Troll, 3 balls and no strikes now to Davis. Troll does not have a walk today, has allowed 2 hits, both obviously in the first inning. Here's the 3-0. That one catching the outside corner for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. It's a 1-0 lead for Licking County here in the top of the second inning. Troll rocking back and firing. This one lifted deep center field. Turner Hill going back. He's at the track and makes the running catch as he taps into the wall. A good piece by DeAndre Davis, but not enough as Turner Hill able to track it down for out number 2. 2 straight flyouts for John Troll here in the top of the second inning. That will bring the second baseman, Austin Turner, to the plate now. Turner, the right-handed hitter from Richmond, Indiana, 160 batting average on the season, 12 hits, 10 RBIs, 35 strikeouts, and 22 walks. First pitch from Troll, fouled back out of play for strike 1. Turner in the game last night, 1 for 5, but that 1 hit was a big one, and as he would knock in 2 runs. Troll misses with the curveball outside. It was a 2 RBI single in the 9th inning, given up by Justin Folks as Hill way out in front. Austin Turner. I can't say it. I keep wanting to say Turner Hill, but it's Austin Turner, Turner Hill. I got to get those right. Austin Turner, swing and a miss for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs as Troll 1 pitch away from a 1-2-3 frame. outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Turner did strike out 2 times last night. As Stroll rocks back and deals. Here it is. This one lifted. Shallow right field. Alas coming on. He's going towards the line and make the running catch in foul territory. A 1-2-3 inning for starting pitcher John Troll to start off this second inning. We'll go to the bottom half. Settlers lead 1-0. Bottom of the second here from Don Edwards Park in Newark, Ohio. Licking County coming to bat for its second time to their delay as they lead 1-0. We got a few special guests here in the box today. We're going to do a couple of player interviews as Brendan Alas will come to the dish. First up, we got relief pitcher, I guess now starting pitcher, Cannon Duke, and also my roommate too. So Cannon, we don't see enough of each other, so now you decided to come in the box as Alas fouls off to the right side.
Yeah, man, I figured I'd just come up here and chill in the box for a while and see what it's like.
It's that PO thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, pitchers
Not
only.
a whole lot going on for me today. My work's done for the day, so.
Well, you threw 6 innings the other day in your first start, too, so you got to be a little bit sore.
Yeah, I've been dealing with some back tightness and a little bit of shoulder tightness lately.
So Alas swings through.
Tossed a little bit today, and I'm feeling a little bit better.
We also golfed today, too, so I don't know if that helped at all either.
Yeah.
Maybe loosened it up.
Had to show you up a little bit.
Yeah, well, I'm not the best golfer, too, as we've seen. As Alas rips this one into left center field, this one's going to drop as Alas is aboard with a base hit. Start off the second inning for the Licking County Settlers. That one looked like my 6-iron there on the 18th hole today.
Almost looked like the left fielder. I had a little trouble seeing it for a second.
Well, that sun, it looks like it's brutal down there. I don't know if you guys have looked at it at all in the bullpen, but
it's hard to pick up a ball from third base or anything with that sun where it is.
I can imagine because I always see, well, left fielder now putting his glove up to his face. I'm sure he probably didn't see that. I've seen Sam Wilson at third do it a ton of times this season. Can't be fun over there as Eddie Pena will be the batter up with one runner over on first base. Pena scoring to bunt. Hill will pull back for ball 1. So you threw 6 innings the other day against the first place Cincinnati Steam. How early did you know you were going to start that one?
I found out on the ride down. Sandman texted me and let me know. Not a whole lot of notice. It's kind of been a –
That's kind of summer ball for you, right?
Yeah, it's been the whole season that way. It's just kind of scramble.
It's your first action of summer ball, too. Was it everything you expected it to be?
I like to start. It's fun because I know what I'm doing and when I'm pitching exactly, and I can get my routine and know what time I'm doing what so I can be fully prepared for my outing.
Because you were more of a relief pitcher at Southwest, right? As Pena flips this one into right field. This one's going to drop now for Eddie Pena. Alas will stop at second base. Misplay by Young. Pena now goes to second. Alas to third. Pena will go in standing up. Back-to-back singles for the Licking County Settlers. Alas and Pena will move up 90 feet off the error in right field by Nolan Young. And Licking County threatening once again. I tell you what, this is how everything is going to go. We should have had you guys up here a little bit earlier.
I believe we're going to see a sac fly right here.
Think you're going to see a sac fly? Well, it'll be Nathan Dill, the batter up with 2 men in scoring position. Dill was 0 for 4 last night. 9 RBIs on the season. So we can see 10. Dill's a big guy, too. When he takes batting practice, he can put a charge into one.
He can put on a show. He can definitely put on a BP show.
First pitch from Seaward right down the middle for strike number 1. Now, do you prefer relief or do you prefer starting?
I prefer starting, but the way I pitch, it's not going to happen. I just got to. Been used to starting my whole life, so I've just got to get into a good, common routine that I know I can do every day for a relief start because I'm not used to it, but just got to work my way into it. This was my first year doing it. So.
Did you start? You started more in high school then?
Yeah, I started all through high school and summer ball.
Because you don't see many. I don't think I've seen any submarine sidearm starters out there. Mostly it's just kind of middle relief guys.
I actually never. I didn't start doing that until after the summer after my junior season.
Oh,
That's
really?
when I started throwing sidearm.
It was because you had a little arm problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how did it come to be that was kind of the motion that you came up with?
I was just messing around in a preseason bullpen one day, and my coach was like, "Hey, why don't you?"
Dill grounds it to the third baseman, and Davis, he's going to come home and get a loss. That's a tough read for Brendan, as that one was hit right at DeAndre Davis. Pena staying put at second base, and a loss will be retired on the 5-2 put out for the first out here in the second inning. Dill grounding into the fielder's choice, so unfortunately no sac fly there. That'll bring Trevor Niedzwicki up for his first at-bat of the season.
Got a pitcher behind the plate today.
I know, but I was saying he batted a little bit in the fall and caught a little bit.
He came in as a catcher, actually, I believe. He caught a lot in high school and stuff.
Interesting
He
enough.
hasn't looked bad so far.
I didn't get to see him take batting practice as much. I was hitting fungos. Hey, how did he look in batting practice?
I'd say he had one of the better swings of all the pitchers that hit today.
Most of the pitchers hit a home run. You hit one out today too.
Yeah, that was funny. It was my second swing of the second round. I just quit there. I didn't even take my last 4 swings.
You hit one out. Putnam hit one out. Sparks crushed one.
Yeah.
Who else hit? Schreiber hit one, right?
Schreiber hit one. I think it was us 4.
Was that it? I felt like there was one more. I don't know. A couple of the guys put on a show, though. I was pretty impressed, especially for the pitchers. I mean, we had McCauley and Stewart starting the pitchers or athletes trend as Niedzwicki hits this one high into center field, but right at Ken got the center fielder. Pena going back, but a little bit too late. Niedzwicki, not a bad hack.
It's not a bad swing at all right there.
Not a bad swing. He put a good piece on it, but just hit it right at Ken got. So after 2 straight singles, 2 consecutive outs as Licking County first and second with 2 outs. Now the top of the order in Turner, a Hill at the plate. Turner grounded out in his first at bat. It was a 4-3 to lead it off for the Settlers. Turner's got a nice swing too. He's got the nice lefty swing.
He does. He's been struggling a little bit lately, but I think he's a grinder though. He's going to find a way on base every game almost.
That's what I've kind of been saying too, because he leads the team in walks. He's got 21 walks in the season. And again, he's just kind of a guy that finds a way to get on.
He's going to find a way to get on. He's going to find a way to get the extra 90 feet as well.
A 1 pitch misses high and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike now. So how is it for a pitcher? I'll probably ask John the same thing whenever John comes on too. John McCauley's sitting here in the box with us as well because, pitchers, I guess, are athletes, says Stewart and McCauley, but they'll find any way out of doing – what are you guys going to be doing? Sitting in the dugout probably right now?
Sitting in the dugout, eating seeds, throwing rocks at each other, hollering at TJ, just having a good time, enjoying being at the ball field.
I think we got bacon seeds in here somewhere. I was eating them a little bit earlier. We got a lot of combos too. Tony, our PA guy, always keeping the food stocked. Yeah, honey sriracha. Have you ever tried honey sriracha? Turner Hill hits it right down the first base line, but Blevins will make the play and retire the side. So back-to-back singles to lead it off. Not able to score for Licking County as we will head to the third. Settlers still lead 1-0. Host family appreciation night here from Don Edwards Park is Licking County with a 1-0 lead over the Richmond Jazz. I believe Cannon and I, we're going to have to go out there at some point today with our host family as well, as they are in the stands. Let's say maybe first 2 rows out there, all them.
Yeah,
Grandparents came too.
I saw him sitting down there earlier as I walked up here.
I was excited to finally have a host family this season because I did not get one last year. I had to pay rent, so the whole not paying rent was real big.
You found your roommate off of Craigslist, correct?
I did find my roommate off of Craigslist last year, yes. And he ended up being like 50 years old too. And the other guy was, I think, in his 30s. So it was a weird summer. John Troll starting off the number 9 hitter, Jared Wolf, with a fastball on the outside corner. Troll 2 scoreless here today. I thought Chris Sparks was going to start today because we talked about how he always follows Putnam. So I was kind of surprised to see Troll out there on the mound.
Sparks is getting the start Sunday.
Sunday, okay.
And tomorrow, I believe, we're playing a doubleheader at Athens. I believe McCulley's getting the start. And I believe Trevor's getting the start, which is who's catching today.
Troll gets a swing and the miss in the dirt. Nidzwicki throws down to first base. How about Trevor bouncing out from behind the plate, throwing a guy out on Troll's first strikeout here of the game?
He's pouncing around back there.
He is. He looks good. You wouldn't know. This is the second pitcher. The pitchers are just doing everything this year. You guys are playing outfield. You guys are designated hitting. You guys are catching for twice now. Adam Mays caught a little bit too.
You'll see a lot of pitchers out there Sunday, I think.
That's what the word on the street. Are you going to get an at bat?
I think I'm going to be playing second base. I hope.
I keep trying to tell TJ that I still have eligibility left. I'm going to grad school, so I think that still counts. I know Peyton, our statistician, he's got eligibility. Nate, assistant GM, he's got eligibility. So if we need to field up some of our interns here, as that pitch runs a little bit too far inside on an 0-2 pitch to Tommy Bell, hits him right on the left elbow, and Bell will be aboard for the second time today. I think you guys, I know I'm going to knock the pitchers here, but I think you guys have hit more people on 0-2 counts than I've ever seen before in my life.
Yeah, I struggled for a while hitting guys with 2 strikes.
And I'm not saying names here, but I feel like there's been so many times this year on 0-2 pitches somebody's gotten hit, and that's literally you don't hit a guy on 0-2. Troll going to check on Bell over at first base.
This guy hit a home run yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah, he hit a bomb. Nolan Young, he hit a bomb.
Where does he go to school?
I'll have to hook that up here in a second. I want to say, yep, it was Olney Central College. It's in Olney, Illinois. They play against Wabash Valley, against Sam and Kale. Or Kale now. Kale transferring over there as Troll checks on him one more time. 1 ball and no strike to Nolan Young. Settlers lead 1-0 here in the top of the third. So we are joined by Cannon Duke, the right-handed relief pitcher, maybe / starting pitcher from Southwest Tennessee Community College. And so you went the JUCO route too, which a lot of guys are kind of going to before they transfer.
Yeah, I was actually committed to NAI. Freed Hardman is a really good NAI in Tennessee, in Henderson, Tennessee. It's about 45 minutes from my hometown. And they actually got second in the NAI World Series this year, but I decided I wanted to go JUCO.
I mean, it's not a bad option too if you think you can get, better offers out of there, because a lot of guys nowadays are going that JUCO route. I mean, Eddie Pena did it. Now he's at Fresno State.
Yeah, it's a good route. From what I've learned this summer, it seems to be more popular down south. The JUCO route does. There's not as many JUCOs around here, from what I've
There's a lot of D3s,
anyway.
I feel like. A lot of D3s as Troll evens account at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And from what you told me, too, your conference is pretty loaded down there in Tennessee.
Yes, we have it's a hitters conference for sure. Walter State, they won well over couple over 50 games this year, and there's no doubt in my mind those guys could have competed middle of the pack in the SEC. They had all D1 guys on the field. They're middle infielders, both going to TCU.
Runner steals second base on John Troll. Not a bad throw by Trevor Nidzwicki. Good jump by Tommy Bell. It appeared to get him right in the head as Tommy Bell, with his 8th stolen base of the season. Pitch was taken outside for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Nolan Young. 1 out and a runner aboard. 1-0 lead for the Licking County Settlers. And even Tennessee Tech made a big splash in the NCAA tournament this year, too.
Yeah, they're
Ball hit on the ground in the hole to the left side. Stewart going to come up with it, but another base runner aboard as Troll allows the 1-out single into left field. Runners now at the corners with 1 out for the number 3 hitter in Stephen Bennett.
Tennessee Tech's a big time team coming out of that OVC. They last 2 years they've done some damage, especially offensively.
Yeah, they led the league in home runs, right?
They led in several offensive categories, I believe, this year.
And I had never heard of them too until we started watching them the one day, and those guys could mash.
Yeah,
they can hit the ball hard.
They can hit. They teach a different style of hitting up there. It's a lot like one of the teams in my conference, Jackson State. Teach everything, lift everything, hit all. They teach home runs is basically what they teach.
And you said, because you knew a couple guys on the team, correct?
Yeah, I have some buddies that play at Tennessee Tech.
That they would do that one drill where they put like a cage kind of in front of them and they had to hit it over?
Like right in front of the mound, and you have to hit off the tee, and you have to hit it over that net right off the tee, or you run a pole. Run down to the pole and back.
That'll teach you left right there for sure.
Yeah.
As Troll evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike to the righty, Stephen Bennett. Bennett was fielder's choice in his first at-bat in the first inning as he comes up with runners at the corners and 1 out. Troll could use a double play ball right here, ideally.
Pitcher's best friend.
Runner goes, ball hit on the ground through the side in the left side of the infield. As Stewart will come up, throw it to second base. They have Young caught in a rundown. Throwing down, going to Dylan Ott. Now into right field as Ott airmails it, and both runners will be safe. They had Nolan Young dead to rights, as Ott probably could have just ran him back to second base as Stephen Bennett had made his way over to second base. That will go down as an error by Dylan Ott. Tommy Bell does come around to score off of the RBI single by Stephen Bennett, his 20th RBI of the year. And just like that, the game is all tied up at 1. Jackson Blevins, the batter now. Blevins singled in his first at-bat. He comes up in a big spot here as he fouls to the backstop, and that's got to be tough, too, when you see a guy, especially as a pitcher, too, it's kind of out of your control. Yeah, you got a RBI single, but you had a guy hung up there.
Yeah, you really want that out right there. And if you don't throw that ball away into right field right there, it still keeps the guy on first, and you still got the double play if you don't get the guy that was strung out.
So how does that affect, your mentality as a pitcher, too? Yeah, the guy got the RBI single, but now that's just another out that I got to get up here. And do you feel kind of more pressure, and you feel kind of the zone's a little squeezed a little bit more for you?
A lot of guys some guys look at it differently. Some guys maybe get mad and they fuel off of that, but I like to, if my middle infielder makes an error, I like to look at him and say, another one coming back at you right here. Make this one. That's just the way I've always liked to do it.
Because, there's been a lot of times this season, too, where it's just been just kind of how the way the season's rolled, where it's just kind of been late game collapses, errors, misplay. As Troll, big strikeout looking there as he painted that outside corner against Jackson Blevins. 2 outs now. Runners remain at second and third base. Young on third. Bennett over on second. And the center fielder in Jared Kengott coming to the dish. Kengott popped up in foul ground to end the first inning as Troll trying to get a similar result here. Now you got 2 outs as he hits it hard and into left field. That one will get to Stewart. He'll field it on the 2-hop. 1 run will score again as Stewart fires it back in. Nolan Young will score, and the Richmond Jazz 2 RBIs singles in this inning now give them a 2-1 lead over the Licking County Settlers, and that right there is when that error comes back to bite you.
It's a big 2-out hit for him right there.
They had a couple big hits in the game last night. They just kept hanging around. Then finally, late in the game, like we've kind of seen all season, just blew it open at the end.
We took one from them at their place earlier in the season and beat them pretty good that day. And the next day, I believe they came from behind and beat us, and they really grinded out a win that day. These guys play hard.
And they've been kind of struggling this season too, coming in 13-26. Neither of you guys obviously going to be in playoff contention, but that's just kind of, you got to grind out the last couple of games.
We're running on fumes too. We don't have a whole lot left, so we're just battling it out, just having fun, just enjoying playing the game.
How much of a break did you get between college and then summer ball here?
2 weeks, I believe.
Wow,
Something like that.
not
And
a
then when I head home, I get like 8 days before I have to report back for
8 days. That's
school.
it.
Yeah.
Whew. Here's the 1-1. Runner does go. Pitch low in the dirt. Throw down by Nidzwicki. Runner will go home now as Nidzwicki skips it in to second base. That's a stolen base for Jared Kengott. That will be Kengott's 12th stolen base of the season as this game now 3-1 here in the top of the third inning. Pitch was low and in the dirt, so Damon Maynard will have a 2-1 count. Just kind of compounding mistakes here. That'll be an error on the catcher by Nidzwicki on the throw in the dirt over to second base. Again, it's not much. When a guy, you don't have the routine, you don't have the rhythm in that. That's kind of a tough thing to ask him. We had some jokers here in the press box. They do anything they can to get you off your rhythm. It's no different than anybody yelling in the dugout at you, too. It's a tough life, this broadcast stuff. It's a tough life in here, indeed. They're always talking behind my... Yeah, they're always heckling me. You got to stay focused. It's like when you're pitching on the mound, you're hitting up there. You got to just lock in, block all the noise out. Thankfully, I got 2 earpieces on right now, so I don't have to listen. So that pitch, not sure where that one was. That one looked like a good curveball by John Troll as he'll walk Damon Maynard. And the inning continues. Runners over at first and second base. 2 outs. 3-1 lead for the Richmond Jazz, and DeAndre Davis will be the batter. Davis flew out to Turner Hill in deep center field in his first at bat.
You get to the college level, you can't give guys extra outs. It's going to come back and get you every single time.
Runner will go throw down by Nidzwicki. That one gets kicked away by the runner in Kengott as he will come home and go in standing up as another stolen base by Jared Kengott. That's stolen base number 13 on the season. Damon Maynard will move over to second on the stolen base. And another run comes around to score. This is kind of going from bad to worse here for John Troll. Not really anything that he's done personally, but just kind of everything falling apart around him.
If something could go bad, it's gone wrong in this inning.
Pitch lifted to the left side in foul ground. Ott gives chase. He will settle under it and make the catch. That one looked like it might have popped out of his glove there just for a second, but inning finally is over. Cannon, I appreciate you coming up here. John, we might have to wait a half inning for you, too, so we can get a full inning, because I think Cannon and I are going out there at the end of the third for our host family, too. So, Cannon, appreciate it. If you get another start, good luck.
It's no problem. I enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying this air conditioner out there.
That's the only reason you came up to, was just for the air conditioner. We go to the bottom of the third. Settlers trail 4-1. A 4 spot given up by the Settlers in the top half of the third as they now trail this ball game 4-1 to the Richmond Jazz. It'll be Dylan Ott, the batter now for the Licking County Settlers. Ott walked in his first at bat, takes strike number 1 from starting pitcher William Sewer. Sewer allowed that 1 run in the first inning, but escaped a jam in the second as Licking County able to get a couple guys on. Ott grounds it to the shortstop, took a weird hop to Bell, but he fields and throws to first base to retire Dylan Ott. Took a weird hop into the glove of Bell. So it looked like it might have hit the lip right before it got to him. I was hitting some fungos out on the field earlier today, and that lip, very unforgiving sometimes. If you hit it right, it can bounce any which way as Sam Wilson will be the batter now. Sam had the base hit in the first inning. He would also steal second base. It was a double steal by Dylan Ott and Sam Wilson. First pitch to Sam, low and outside for ball number 1. Settlers have left 3 men on through the first 2 innings. Had 2 men aboard to lead off the second inning, but neither of them able to come around to score. As Wilson takes outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Jazz started off with a strikeout in the third, but 3 straight base runners reached. They would put a 4 spot up on Licking County as Sam Wilson flips this one to the shortstop. Kind of a half jump by Bell to retire Sam Wilson for the first time today. Wilson, he got a little bit jammed on that pitch. You could tell, too, didn't quite come off the bat as he would have hoped, as it'll be 2 quick outs for Licking County as Cale Baker will be the batter now. Baker, a strikeout victim against Seaworth, the only one that he has here today. Baker with 42 strikeouts on the season. He looks for a base hit. He was 1 for 4 with a double last night. That was his 10th double of the season. Him and Sam Wilson tied for the team lead in doubles this year. First pitch to the big righty on the outside corner for strike number 1. Couple of errors in that inning, last inning. I mean, the one you highlight right now would be the rundown when Nolan Young was hung up between second and third. Throw going into right field by Dylan Ott as Baker takes strike number 2. That one is the one I'm sure the Settlers would want back, as Young would eventually come around to score. Jackson Blevins would strike out, so you could have got out of that one, but maybe just 2 runs given up as Baker goes down swinging for the second time today. 1, 2, 3 go to Licking County Settlers in the bottom of the third as we go to the fourth. Score 4-1, Jazz lead. Settlers go down quietly in the bottom of the third inning to go down 1-2-3 to starting pitcher William Seaworth. Settlers trail the Jazz 4-1. So we begin the fourth inning of play, 8-9-1 for the Richmond Jazz. Austin Turner, Jared Wolf, and Tommy Bell do up as John Troll starts off Austin Turner with a strike on the outside corner. A little bit of confusion there. So I thought I was going down with my host family as they were going to be honored here tonight. Troll missing 1 ball and 1 strike now.
I don't understand what you're trying to figure out here.
I was saying, you got to go, got to go. So I was trying to scramble, get everything ready. But then somebody else was going. So I guess maybe this next half inning, as Troll bounces back with a strike. So if you don't hear me to start this next half inning, that is where I'll be. I'll be on the field. I'll try to make it up here before the first pitch. So missed a couple pitches. Just hang tight. We'll get it up as quick as we can as Turner stays alive with the foul out of play to the right side. Austin Turner today 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. That was a 1-2-3 second inning that John Troll had. This one nubbed to the right side. Going to be a tough play for Wilson, the second baseman. Bare hand throw to first. Stretch by Baker. Yes, got him. What a play by Sam Wilson. That one cued right past the pitcher in John Troll. Wilson picking it up with the bare hand, flipping it to first base. And how about Cale Baker? The athleticism to stretch out, do the splits he might have dropped into. That's a big out number one after you give up a big inning like the Settlers did last inning. You always want to start it off with out number one, and Troll did just that. Good pitch by him to Turner as Jared Wolf will be the batter now. Wolf, a strikeout victim. His first at bat, he started off the third inning with a strikeout, but then three straight batters would reach as Troll misses high for ball one. 1-0 offering from Troll. This one lifted into left field. Sam Wilson giving chase. He's in foul ground and comes back to make the catch. He actually almost overran that one. Put both feet in foul ground, then reached back into fair territory. And good for John Troll very quickly. 2 outs here at the top of the fourth. This Settler team chasing 3 right now. 4-1 ball game in the top of the fourth, top of the order. Now for the Richmond Jazz in Tommy Bell. Bell has reached twice here today. A single in the first and a hit by pitch in the third. First pitch swinging is Bell, and he swings out of his shoes for strike number 1. Troll so far, 2 strikeouts, a walk, and a hit by pitch given up. As he goes very quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to the right-handed hitting Kettering, Ohio native in Tommy Bell. Troll rocks back and deals that one missing high. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 4-1 ball game. Settlers trail the Jazz. Jazz won the game last night 8-4. As a swing and a miss, ball will be in the dirt, and Niedzwiecki will field and throw to first base. A 1-2-3 inning for starting pitcher John Troll. He puts the Settlers right back into the dugout. They trail by 3. Settler faithful cheering on the team as they trail by 3 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. No, I did not have to go out there with my host family. It's happening after this half inning. I get all my half innings confused. We get all the way. So this next half inning, I'm going to go out there with my host family. Me and Cannon will be out there with the Gamble family. We've been able to stay with them. Myra, Chad, Georgia, and Roman kindly opening up their house for us this summer as Sam Stewart starts with a ball in the dirt. Stewart grounded out to the second baseman in his first at-bat. That's why the Gambles don't necessarily live on a farm. I wouldn't call it a farm. They live kind of out in the country. I would call it the middle of nowhere. Somebody else might not call it the middle of nowhere. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Stewart. But they went on vacation, was it 2 weeks ago now? So they have some animals that need to be kept. The grandparents took the dogs. There's a cat, but we don't have to do that much with cats. As Sam Stewart scorches that one into left field. Sam Stewart finally with a base hit after going 0 for his last 2 starts. Has a base hit, 11th base hit on this season, and another good start for Licking County. They have the leadoff man aboard for the second time in the day today. Brendan Alas will be the batter now. He's 1 for 1 today. He singled to start the second inning. It's a good shot into left field. Stewart taking his lead off of first base. Pitch misses outside, 4-1. So host family leaves. They got some animals. They have what's called guinea fowl. I had no idea what guinea fowl was until I got there. They're about the size of chickens. That's probably the only thing I can relate them to. As Stewart takes off, pitch lifted high in center field. Ken got the center fielder settling under it. Stewart now finally going back. The throw will come into first base. A good throw, but not in time. What a throw by Ken got the center fielder. He had his heels on the warning track, one-hopped it to first base. Stewart didn't realize where it was initially, but was able to make it back in. So long out number 1 for Brendan Alas, as that'll bring Eddie Pena up to the dish. Pena also 1 for 1 today. And back-to-back singles as Sam Stewart appears to be out. I thought he slid back in safely, but apparently not. It actually might have been, I wonder if he rounded second base and maybe didn't touch second base on the way back. That might have been what it was. He took a couple steps past second base, not knowing what the ball was. So Sam Stewart will be out. Now there's actually 2 outs now up on the board. So a good start. All for naught as Pena lifts this one into shallow center field. And that will be a catch by Ken Gott. So another unconventional 1-2-3 inning as the Settlers go down scoreless once again. We go to the 5th. It's Jazz 4, Settlers 1.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our play-by-play online guys on his way down to the field. They'll be needing some water down there by the dugout. His host family is next, so we'll give him a second to get on down there. He's walking already. He's tired. There he goes. Our next host family, ladies and gentlemen, are Chad and Myra Gamble with their children, Georgia and Roman. They are hosts to Cannon Duke, and as I said earlier, play-by-play online announcer, Mr. Ben Murray. Looks like Burgundy's got 50-50 going around folks. Choose 50-50 tickets. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the top of the 5th inning, so enjoy the sights and sounds of Settlers baseball.
It's in the back. Well, I kind of want a sweet tea too. Yeah. Sweet tea on. I can't get you the water. I can have some. I have burning for you water. Here right now is Larry number 10. Yeah, so you should. It's the same rules here. Just keep that simple. Now, Peyton, I don't want to be in, but how many hits do you have? No, it's one of What's that? No, it's one out.
First batter for the Jazz, that was Nolan Young. He lifted one, a 1-0 pitch out to right field to be retired again. Apologize. Hopefully everybody saw me out on the field. I was definitely out of breath. I had to run all the stairs, and now I'm kind of huffing and puffing right now. So I had to go all the way back up those stairs. Those stairs are a lot steeper when you're tired. And Stephen Bennett goes up 2-0 in the count. Bennett does have a hit today as he smacks his one into left field. Sam Stewart not able to find it. Bounces in front of him now. There's that sun we were talking about with Cannon Duke battling out in left field with Sam Stewart. As Bennett now 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles, puts the man aboard. In the top of the 5th inning, Jazz lead the Settlers 4-1 as the lefty Blevins will be up now. Blevins does have a single today, so I'm still catching my breath here. It's been a long day. Yeah, I am out of shape. I know. Pitch popped up out of play to the left side for Jackson Blevins. It's been a long day. I golfed earlier. I golfed 18. Took batting practice. Kill Baker said my swing wasn't terrible. So that was a big feather in my cap. I was proud of that. I hit Fungos to the infield today, too, as runner goes. Pitch hit into left field. Stewart seeing this one, and he will make the catch. Throw over to first base will be picked out of the dirt by Baker, as that will be out number 2 on the long flyout by Jackson Blevins. Jared Kengott, the center fielder, now up to the dish. Kengott, an RBI single in the 3rd inning. He stole 2 bases and scored a run. He's 1 for 2 on the day as he comes up with 2 outs and a man over at first base in Stephen Bennett. Troll from the stretch checks on Bennett and delivers the first pitch high for ball 1. Troll comes set and fires the 1-0. That one missing inside for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Troll's gotten 2 flyouts this inning. Did allow the single to Stephen Bennett, but 1 out away from another scoreless frame. Here's the 2-0. Good curveball right down the middle for strike number 1. Stroll trying to bounce back. Keep the Settlers in this ball game. Keep it right where it's at. Runner does go in. Bennett's pitch swung on and missed as Niedzwicki not going to make a throw down to second base, so Bennett will slide in safely with his first stolen base of the ball game. That's stolen base number 6 on the year for Stephen Bennett as Richmond starting to take advantage in the running game. 2-2 pitch from Troll, taken just missing. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. So full count offering coming from John Troll. It's 3-2, 2 outs with a runner on second base. Settlers trail by 3. There's a 3-2. Curveball fouled off. I got a piece of Niedzwicki, it looks like. Trevor taking a beating back there in his first appearance as a catcher. Mark Oppenheimer kindly walking out to give John Troll a new baseball, give Trevor a little bit of time as Kengott staying alive against John Troll. Troll 3 strikeouts tonight. 1 walk and a hit by pitch. He's scattered a few hits in this ball game, 6 to be exact. So Richmond Jazz 4-1 lead over the Licking County Settlers. Here's the payoff pitch. High for ball 4 as Troll allows this 2-out walk to Jared Kengott. That'll put runners at first and second base. And Damon Maynard, the batter now. Maynard, the right-handed hitting catcher from Indianapolis, Indiana. 0 for 1 on the season. Flew out to right in the 2nd inning and walked in the 3rd. First pitch from Troll. This one hit hard into left center field. Turner Hill giving chase in will make the running catch. Good closing speed by Turner Hill to retire the side. Jazz get a couple guys on, but not able to get them around. This ball game is still at 4-1. Settlers trail. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Coming up for Licking County, Nathan Dill, Trevor Niedzwicki, and Turner Hill as we have another guest with us in the booth. Stay tuned for that. Nathan Dill to lead it off for the Licking County Settlers here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Settlers trail the Jazz 4-1. It'll be Dill, Niedzwicki, and Turner Hill. Again, starting pitcher William Seaworm. We have another guest with us here in the press box. We got John McCauley. John, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing well, Ben. How have you been?
You know, as I've been telling everybody, it's been a long day. I'm a little bit tired. I've done a lot today, but I'm grinding through just like you guys the rest of the year.
Yeah, long season for sure. Only a little bit to go, too.
4 more games, straight 3. 4 to clean today, 3 more.
3 more games, but 2 more days.
So. True. It's been fun, right?
It's been a fun summer for sure. Lots of memories, lots of good times.
You were what week was that? You were pitcher of the week here at one point, weren't you?
I was 1 week. Yeah, I don't remember which one, but yes.
Yeah, good week that week. No wins though, right? You and Johnny Putnam have just been the winless guys. All-stars though.
Yes, All-Star game was a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, how was that?
A lot of good talent up there. A lot of scouts watching you, a lot of eyes on you, and it was a really fun time. It was a good experience.
And you guys were able to win that game too, right?
Yes, we were. And Johnny Putnam, pitcher for us, was able to get the win, first of the year.
Maybe the only win he might have this year too, because I don't know if he's going to get another start.
Probably won't get another start. Maybe an inning of relief on Sunday if we need him.
Because TJ was telling me he's 6 strikeouts away from the record too.
Only 6, and he wants it too. So
yeah, he does want it.
Working for it. Yeah,
he does want it. So I'm sure he'll be lobbying to try to get in one of these games here and try to get that. But you pitched that game too, right? You had a scoreless inning.
I did have a scoreless inning. Yes.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, boy. Just like what we're seeing here. So nothing different, even when the bright lights are on.
Yep.
So how is it for you? Because in college, a big part of college baseball, you have scouting reports on everybody. So you know the batters up and down. You have a game plan. How different is it coming in here starting when you really don't know? You might know a few guys here or there from playing them as Dill goes down swinging for out number 1. But you really don't know many of these guys.
Yeah, you have to do you have to look at their swings a lot more and really pay attention to how their swings are doing, where to pitch them in, out, up or in, and where to throw them off speed, get them hard in, you have to really pay attention more, and it's different calling your own game. It's a lot of fun, though.
So are you calling the game as opposed to the catcher, or is the catcher you guys kind of talk it out beforehand?
The catcher calls the game, but if I don't like a pitch that he calls, I'll shake him off. So we kind of work and banter back and forth on what we want to throw to who and everything.
Trevor Niedzwicki up now. Niedzwicki flew out to center field in his first at-bat as he started off with the first pitch strike by Seawer. So what are you specifically looking for in a guy's swing?
I like to start guys off with fastballs a lot of the time early in the game, not trying to show my off speed too much, and see if your guy catches up to it, if he has a long swing or short swing. If he has a long swing, kind of bust him in a little bit more, and if he's really short to the ball. So a lot of that depends on how he reacts to my fastball.
So in a perfect world, you're going through the order the first time. First off, how many total pitches are you throwing a game? Like fastball, how many pitches do you have?
I have a fastball, 2-seam, changeup, curveball, and slider. So I guess I technically have 5.
Niedzwicki goes down looking back-to-back strikeouts for Licking County. Not a good start to the 5th inning. 4 strikeout on the day for Seaworth. It'll be the top of the order in Turner Hill. So going back, so you have 5 pitches, you said.
Yes.
Total. In a perfect world, how many are you trying to throw in the first time around the order? Like you said, you don't want to show them everything you have. Yeah. So how many are you trying to work with the first time?
I try to stick mainly fastballs, but I'll kind of work them all in just so they kind of know I have them and try and get a feel for them because you'll want them later in the game. So try and just get a feel for them early in the game, then really see which pitches are working better that day.
So you wouldn't hide you wouldn't hide a pitch the whole first time. You're showing everything, but just not maybe as much.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So it was your freshman year at Butler this season, correct?
Yes, sir.
How was that kind of adjustment going from the high school game to the college game?
College hitters are a lot better, especially at the Division I level. They take advantage of mistakes, and zones aren't as big as in high school, so you really have to be focused more in practice and make sure you're making good pitches.
As this pitch lifted into left field by Turner Hill, Bennett, the left fielder, got a late jump on it, and he will fall over and not make the catch as that ball will fall. Turner touching second, now coming back to second as he will go back in. We'll get an official ruling on that one. I think the sun, John, the sun. Yeah, we talked about the sun with Cannon too. The sun out there is brutal, and Bennett definitely did not see that one off the bat very well. So a 2-out double by Turner Hill puts a man in scoring position, and Dylan Ott, the batter now. Ott today 0 for 1 with a walk. He also did score the only run of the day for the Settlers.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Turner Hill's 3rd double in maybe 3 games.
He had 2 doubles last night, so
Yeah,
3
so
in 2
3 and
games
2, yeah.
actually. Yeah, he's been tearing it up as of late.
Yeah, he has a really nice swing. He's someone you always want at the top of your lineup. Real good contact hitter. Puts barrels on the ball.
It's that lefty swing, man.
Good lefty
It's that
swing.
lefty
Yep.
swing. You're a
Mhm.
lefty hitter too.
Just like me, for sure.
I'm like you. I throw right
Mhm.
and I bat left.
Yeah.
So everybody calls us weird too.
I like it, though. Batting from the left side's the best.
Couple more steps towards first
Yeah,
base. You maybe lay a
sure.
bunt down a little bit
Mhm.
easier to push that one. You get a head start.
100%.
Yeah, see, that's what everybody should be lefty better. I'm definitely teaching my kids to bat lefty.
Yes.
I kind of want them to throw left too because that's the easiest way to make it
Yeah.
as far as a lefty pitcher. As Ott starts with a ball outside. Going back to Butler, though, you saw a fair amount of action this season in your freshman year, correct?
Yes, I was one of our main relievers.
Ott chops it foul. Sorry to cut you off there. Wasn't sure if that one was going to be fair or not.
Yeah.
Ott chops it, just missing the chalk on the third baseline. Continue again.
One of the main relievers start off the year, kind of had a rocky middle part of the season, and then I ended the year pitching a little better. Typical freshman year, I'd say.
I'm sure it's tough, especially. I mean, JUCO is one thing, but going Division I, especially with Butler, and you guys had a pretty good year this season too, 34 and 20.
Yeah, very good season for us. Our second straight year with 30+ wins. Hoping to carry that over next year too. Hope to get to a regional tournament.
How'd you guys do in the conference tournament this season?
We ended up losing in the semifinals to Seton Hall 3-2, but we took a game from them in 13 innings in game 1, and then game 2 we lost 12-8 to St. John. So
that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Tough one because you guys are in the Big East.
Big East, yes.
Big East. Okay, I know with all that conference realignment too, and football is always different than.
Yeah, it's different with every sport, really.
See, I just want the traditional, what it used to be, and go back to there because I hated West Virginia being in the Big 12 because all of our road games are
so far
5,000 miles away. Yeah, it's tough, but in the Big East too. So you guys have a lot of guys coming back too because I mean you got Dill, you got Margroff.
Yeah, Dill didn't see the field much this past year, but he's definitely going to be competing for a spot on the corners, and then Margroff will hopefully be right in the lineup, top part of the lineup every day, and he's a really good hitter, got a lot of speed, and hopefully he'll be in there every day. He had a lot of at bats this year. So
what drew you to Butler? What was like the big thing that was a deciding factor?
I had a really good relationship with the coaches on all my visits, and the academic aspect. It's a really good school, good institution, and the beautiful campus, and just developed a good relationship with the coaches, and thought that we could do something special there.
As Dylan Ott snaps his bat over his kneecap.
He's a strong guy for sure.
He's a big guy.
Arm day.
He does. He definitely does not too.
Lifts a lot of arms. He needs to work some more legs, I'd say.
I don't know. Yeah, Cannon just said lower body once a week. I'd agree with that. I've seen him in the YMCA a few times. I don't think I've ever seen him do legs. Maybe once.
Not much squats coming out of this guy.
No, definitely not. He never skips a curl day for Dylan Ott as a young fan getting the broken bat. 3-2 pitch upcoming to Dylan Ott with 2 strikes as he rolls it over to the shortstop, Bell. Bell will field and fire to first to retire the side. So the 2 out double by Turner Hill. All for naught as we will go to the top of the 6th. John, you'll stay right here. You guys got nothing else better to do, right? We'll do another half inning with John McCulley when we come back. Settlers trail 4-1. Top of the sixth inning here from Don Edwards Park. Richmond Jazz leading the Licking County Settlers by a score of 4-1. John Troll back out on the mound. He starts off DeAndre Davis with a strike in the outside corner. We have John McCauley along with us too. John, I meant to ask you last inning, do you know the official ruling what happened with Sam at second base, Sam Stewart?
Oh, yes. He it was a fly ball, obviously hit center field, and he rounded second base, and then on his way back to first, he missed second base. And You have to touch it again there.
Gotcha.
He missed that.
That's what I thought. I didn't realize he was coming off until some of these guys were saying, "Wait, what happened?" Looked up. That was what I thought happened, but I just wanted to clarify that too, because that's the one thing about it. We have the press box. Guys get out all over the place, and I have zero idea what's happening.
Tough
so I
to
just
see everything that's going on.
And they don't make signs either. It's just guys like run off the base pass and do all that. I don't have anybody in my ear, so thank you for clarifying that up. I appreciate that. Swing and a miss for John Troll. That's what strike number 3. That's strikeout number 4 on the day as he gets DeAndre Davis swinging. It'll be Austin Turner now, right-handed hitting second baseman, 0 for 2 on the day today. We got Pimentel in the stands now. What is he doing? He's just messing around with. Is this his host family right here? Yeah, he's right here in the stands.
Yeah, it's his host family, I think. Just hanging out with them.
I don't think I've ever seen him mad.
Very happy guy.
Very happy guy.
Good personality in the dugout for sure.
At least he's showing up too. He's still injured, still coming out.
Still injured,
not going
still
back.
Supporting the team.
He showed up in what was it? Tank top day today for batting practice.
It was tank top day. Everyone, including myself, showing off their biceps and triceps, getting the arms out when the sun's out.
Miggy won. This pitch popped up to the right side. Baker giving chase in foul ground, but it'll be Wilson dropping it in fair territory. Wilson had the play on it as Baker was in foul ground, goes off of his glove. So that'll go down as an error for Sam Wilson. E4 as Austin Turner aboard for the first time here today. So I ask you that question now too. I kind of asked Cannon too. Now, what's your mindset? There's an error in the field now. How do you respond now?
That's not something you can really worry about as a pitcher. You have to stay focused on what you can control and not focus on what your defense is doing, because they'll make plays for you and they'll make some errors. You just got to tell them to bounce back and get the next one, because the ball will be coming back to them.
There's always guys too that say you're going to get the next one too, and that's always like literally the next batter. Yeah. Like here, this one.
Can't really focus on the air. You got to go attack the next pitcher.
There we go. Ground ball. This could be 2. There's 1 over to first in time. That's a pitcher's best friend right there, huh, John?
Good job by John Troll there, keeping his composure after the air.
So the Settlers able to get the 3rd out here in the 6th inning. You gonna hang out? You gonna stay? You want to stay for one more half? He's gonna stay for one more half, ladies and gentlemen. Licking County coming to bat here in the bottom of the 6th. They trail by 3. Bottom of the 6th for Licking County. It'll be Wilson, Baker, and Stewart. 2 up for the Settlers as Licking County trailing the Richmond Jazz by 3, a score of 4-1. We're joined by John McCauley here in the press box. You've been itching to get out a bit too. So this is the 3rd half inning you've been a part of. You've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, it's fun to get up here in the AC for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not terrible out there today. It's definitely been worse, especially early in the year. Early in the year, it was rough.
It's hot there. for a while, for sure.
Inhuman as Wilson fouls it off his foot for strike number one. Now, John, this is your first summer ball experience too. So how would you just kind of grade everything? I mean, obviously meeting the guys, you guys come in not knowing anybody. You knew Dill, obviously, and Margroff, but just how does that kind of whole thing been, just coming in with a new team and now you're together for 2 months and you got to try to figure out each other?
It's a little awkward at first, and we obviously struggled playing together well on the field there for a while.
As Wilson tattoos this one to left field, get up and gone for Sam Wilson. John McCulley calling that one right off the bat, and Sam Wilson will touch them all. 5th home run of the year for Sam Wilson as he continues to hammer the baseball. 2 hits on the day for the Wabash Valley College product. That's RBI number 26 on the season as he cuts this deficit now down to 2 runs, 4-2 ball game. And if you're John Troll, you got to love to see that one, huh?
You got to love to see that the runs coming back here after he's pitched a really good game so far.
Yeah, he hasn't pitched terrible. You had that one bad inning, and that's just kind of been the story of the year, just one bad inning for you guys, and that's kind of what's led to the 9-29 record.
Lots of errors in that inning, too, I'm sure.
Yeah, a few errors in that one, too. I mean, it's tough for Trevor, of course, catching the first time. They said he caught in the fall, too, and he went 2 for 4 in one of the games, too. But that's just, I mean, that's 2 different positions. So
catching to get back there after you've been pitching so long, especially grabbing a bat after that long off. It's a tough job to do, but Trevor's stepping up to the plate today and really contributing.
That's what all you pitchers have been doing this year. You guys have just kind of done whatever you've been asked.
It's a lot of fun as a pitcher going out there and getting to play every day.
So how are you? You said you got some at-bats in the fall too, correct?
Yes.
So it wasn't like you were just coming off cold turkey when you faced. I think it was Xenia was the first one. Or no, you got an at-bat. They gave Cannon one of your strikeouts.
Yeah, they did give Cannon one of my strikeouts. Helped my average.
That does help your average too. But so the first, according to the stats online, was against Xenia. You had 2 hits in that one too. You started.
Yeah, seeing the ball well that day.
How was that? Because I remember talking about that one in the booth, just kind of because there was a couple of times too where you'd either end the inning on the mound and then you were the first batter up, or you would be on the base paths and then you had to go into the duck. Like, there's no pinch runners like in Little League where you can just kind of substitute. So it was just kind of back and forth, back and forth. How was that?
It was tiring there for the first few innings. I was doing it for sure. It didn't help that day was really hot and humid.
Yeah, it was.
By the 6th inning on the mound, it kind of tired me out a little bit, but it was a lot of fun getting to hit again and run the bases and everything. That's something I wish I could do every game.
Baker pops up in foul ground as he is retired by Blevins. Good run by the first baseman to snag that one on the warning track. So 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 4-2 ball game, and Sam Stewart. Speaking of pitchers hitting, Sam Stewart up to the plate now, and Sam's had a pretty good year at the plate for a pitcher.
He's seen the ball really well. He was a 2-way at his junior college, and he has a really nice swing, and he's been stroking balls here lately.
He kind of shocked us because his first at-bats were up in Canada. I think he had 2 hits in his first game, if I remember. As he chops this one right back up the middle. Be a tough play for the second baseman, Turner Fields. Good play by the second baseman in Turner. That'll be out number 2 here in this 6th inning. So following the home run by Sam Wilson, 2 consecutive outs. And, of course, it started as soon as we start giving Sam credit, he grounds out.
I know. That's how baseball is, though. It's a very up-and-down game. Let's see if Brendan can get something going here. Bottom 6.
Your fellow redhead, right?
Fellow redhead, yeah, one of my best friends.
Yeah. You guys got to stick together, right?
We do.
First pitch to Brendan Alas, broken bat to the third baseman, Davis. He will field, make the running throw over to first base. Did he keep his foot on? Yes, he did. Did Blevins, the first baseman. So Sam Wilson hits a deep home run to left field. John, I appreciate you coming out today. Yeah, of course. You were always – I know we only have 3 games left, but you're always welcome up here in the booth. I appreciate it, my friend. John McCulley, everybody, as we go to the 7th. Settlers trail 4-2. New pitcher on the mound for the Licking County Settlers will be the lefty Spencer Berg, 6'3", 230 from Baldwin Wallace College, 2-2 record on the season, 9.58 ERA. This will be his 13th appearance. 20 2/3 innings, 19 strikeouts, as well as 19 walks and 35 hits. He picked up the win against the Cincinnati Steam on July the 24th. He will come into a 4-2 ball game, close the book on John Troll. 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. He will deal with the top of the order as we start the final 3 frames here from Don Edwards Park. 4-2 ball game. Richmond Jazz do lead, and we do have other guest in the press box here. I'm just so out of it today, mentally, physically. Cannon Duke's back with us today. Cannon, welcome back. I know you couldn't stay away, right?
Yeah, it's fun. It's cool up here.
That's the reoccurring theme is the air conditioning. As this pitch hit hard on the ground to the shortstop, Pena backhand and throw to first in time for Eddie Pena. That's the way you want to start. If you're Spencer Berg, how about that play from Pena?
Eddie really makes some difficult plays look easy sometimes.
He's been very good. He impressed me the first game. He made a couple plays, like right back up the middle, turning his body. Did a really good job. Good backhand there by the shortstop from Fresno State. As Nolan Young will be the batter. He singled in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 3 on the day. As the 4 spot up in the 3rd, the one blemish up there on the board, hindering the Settlers so far. I think
It's been the story of the season almost. Other than we've given up leads in like 14 games, I think, 7th inning or later. But this year's been one big inning's killed us.
Yeah, or even 1 or 2 kind of too, because that Southern Ohio one, you up 10. I think Xenia put up 10 in like 2 innings the one time too. And yeah, like you said, it's just kind of been 1 or 2 innings, and if you guys didn't have those, it might be a different story here too. But looking for the 10th win, double digits.
See, Berg, he grinds out. He doesn't have just real overpowering stuff, but he grinds out of ball games. He gets out of jams, and he has a lot of appearances this summer.
Looks like Justin Folks might be entering the press box now too. He has a smile on his face, so he might be coming to mess with Cannon as he's on right now. 3-1 the count to Nolan Young. Berg has been one of the steadier guys out of the bullpen this season. A guy that's been called upon a few times as he walks Nolan Young on 5 pitches. Young on for the 2nd time today. And Stephen Bennett will be the batter now. Bennett's had himself a day, 2 for 3, 2 singles, an RBI, and a run score for the right-hander from Canisius College. You knew Justin before coming here as well, right? You guys are both Tennessee guys.
Justin's another Tennessee guy. He went to high school in Memphis, which is where I go to school. It was about 2 hours away from my high school. And a couple of my best buddies at school introduced me to him. They went to high school with him.
So I remember you talking about how you knew Justin before he got here. Justin, a late addition, came about the first week of July, maybe last week of June. I forget the actual date. And Berg goes 2 balls and no strikes to the righty in Bennett. All you Tennessee guys seem to stick together too.
Yeah, but they don't. Not all of us are like him. He's a clown. He's a special breed, but not the special breed you want.
Runner goes from first base, throw down from Niedzwicki, not in time as another stolen base here for the Richmond Jazz today. They have really run all over Trevor Niedzwicki. Obviously not to fault him here because he's not really a catcher most of the time. Pitch was taken for a strike. Trevor filling in today, giving Cale Breaker a break. I can't speak today. I really cannot speak today as the runner will go towards third now. And again, another stolen base on back-to-back pitches. 3-1 count now to the batter up in Bennett. I was trying to say I'm sure Cale Baker happy to get a break today on the legs because he's been catching. I don't want to say how many games in a row he's caught. He's
caught a lot of games this summer, and it's hard to do when you get older as a college guy. Especially a good-sized guy like him. It gets rough on the legs.
That's why I gave it up when I was like 13. I was not going past 13 because my knees hurt and I was just kind of over it. So I do not fault him as Berg going from the windup 3-2 fouled off of Stephen Bennett right in front. So we'll do the payoff pitch once again.
Cale's actually caught some double headers this summer in some very warm weather conditions, and you don't see that often in college.
No. I mean, him and Chad were kind of just switching off for the most part. And then, of course, Chad not with the team anymore, and Cale just kind of got forced into that role as you guys only had 2 catchers on the roster as back-to-back walks now after retiring. The leadoff batter will put runners at first and third base. Trevor Nidzwicki going out to talk to Spencer Burke, calm him down a little bit. I was wondering what that conversation is. It's not a catcher to catcher. That's a pitcher to pitcher conversation.
Trevor's showing a little bit of.
Now here comes the catcher and Cale Baker over.
He's gonna come really talk to him. Trevor probably called him over there. Said, "Hey, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here.
I'm not used to being on this end of it."
Trevor's showing a little experience there, though. He felt that he needed some time. Go talk to him. Now see if we can get a double play ball here.
So what are those conversations consisting of? Are they actual conversations, or is it just kind of like?
What do you want to throw this guy? How do you want to approach this? And just come on, you calm down, you're good.
This pitch hit high and deep into right field, a loss near the wall. He makes the catch, spinning around and throwing it back in, but it will be a sacrifice fly. Not a bad throw by a loss to get it back in. But Jackson Blevins does a job as he hits the deep sacrifice fly into right field. That will score Nolan Young as the Richmond Jazz get a run back here in the top of the seventh inning and extend that lead back up to 3 runs. Bennett staying put over on first base, and it'll be Jared Kengott. Kengott does have a hit today. He's 1 for 2.
Man, these guys keep you filled with snacks up here. They got everything.
That's what I'm saying. Is this pitch hit out to a loss once again and makes the catch. So back-to-back outs. Berg does allow a run. They score 1 run on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. It's time to stretch here. Maybe we have you guys sing the 7th inning stretch here with Tony. As we go to the bottom half of the 7th.
My voice is a little scratchy.
Score 5-2. New pitcher on the mound for the Richmond Jazz will be the designated hitter, Jared Wolf, in the game now. So we'll have to see what happens here. I'd assume Wolf just stays in at pitcher. They don't replace anybody else in the order. Wolf on the season doesn't look like he's pitched at all this year. So first outing of the year for Jared Wolf. William Sewer went 6 innings, 2 runs, 6 hits, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. He exits this game in line for the victory. It's a 5-2 ball game. It'll be Payne, Dill, and Nidzwicki due up as we have another guest with us here today. The left-handed pitcher, Justin Folks, as Pena lifts this one out of play and to the backstop. Justin, appreciate you guys for coming up here. Did somebody make a catch? I didn't see what happened there. Somebody make a catch? I didn't see what happened. Oh, somebody. Off the bleachers and back to him. Good fielding by that guy down there. Nice, perfect. Justin, thanks for coming up here today, buddy.
No problem. Glad to be up here and out of the dugout for some time.
In the air conditioning?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what everybody's been saying, too. So I don't really think they wanted to talk. I think they just want to be in the air conditioning. It's a good excuse to come up here, too, as Pena squares to bunt, gets it down. Wolf coming off the mound, fielding his position, and retires. Eddie Pena for out number 1 on the 1-3 put out. That will be Nathan Dill coming up to the plate now. Justin, another Division I guy at Belmont University, as it looks like. Oh, it's going to be your buddy Jackson up at the plate now.
Jackson is getting a pinch hit here.
So this was your first season with Belmont, correct? Was the second?
Second. I'm going to be a junior.
You're going to be a junior. Okay, I got my guys mixed up. I had a couple of freshmen up here earlier, so you've been around a little bit longer too. How would you say? Obviously, high school to freshman is one thing, but would you say it's a little bit easier your sophomore year?
Yeah, definitely. Going into your sophomore year is a lot easier. You know the coaches, you know all the guys by then, except for the new freshmen coming in, obviously. But it's such a smoother transition. No butterflies. It's just a good time when you get back sophomore year.
How was that transition for you coming out of high school into your freshman season?
For me, I didn't think the transition was too bad. I played at a pretty good high school. Only difference is obviously the hitters 1 through 9 are a lot better. Usually in high school, after the 5th hitter, you can kind of coast it 6 through 9. Not so much in college.
Yeah, everybody's up there obviously for a reason. And from what I heard, you threw a pretty decent amount this sophomore season too, correct?
Yes, I did.
You were the midweek guy as Curb walks, so good to see your teammate Jackson Curb getting on. Hopefully start a rally here.
Hope so. We need to get something going here in the bottom of the 7th.
That would be nice. I'm hoping just for double-digit wins. That's kind of what my goal is.
Yeah, I think that's everybody's.
one out of the last 4. You guys are either getting to double-digit wins or 30 losses here tonight. So we're hoping for the double-digit wins.
We'll see what happens.
It's been the one inning that just kind of kills you guys. You came to the team late. You came, we said, late June, early July. How was it kind of coming into a team that had been together already for a month?
It wasn't too bad for me because Jackson was already here. So, I mean, we hung out anyway. So he just kind of introduced me to a few guys. And, I mean, all the guys are pretty easy to talk to. Cannon, John.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty easy because you guys are all athletes. You guys are all jocks. So, I mean, my mama texted me the one time too, and she was like, "How's everybody like?" I'm like, "We're all guys. We're all 20 years old. We're playing baseball, calling baseball, so it's not that big of a deal either."
A lot of time spent with everybody, though.
Maybe too much time spent sometimes too. It's a lot of long bus rides. Pitch swung
broken down bus rides.
Yeah, broken down bus rides as Nidzwicki goes down swinging. Second strikeout on the day for Nidzwicki. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning and the top of the order in Turner Hill. Now, did you play in a league last summer?
I played in the Ohio Valley League.
Okay. Which team did you play for out there?
Fulton Railroaders.
Never heard. There's so many college summer leagues. There are so many. I haven't heard of that one too. Did you enjoy that experience out there as well?
It wasn't quite as fun. Bus trips were a lot worse.
Really?
Bus ride, I believe it was 2 hours.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Were they nice buses or was it like school buses?
School buses.
Oh, even worse. That's
the life of summer ball.
That's one thing I don't miss from high school is like the long school bus rides. At least you guys are probably doing coach now, I'd hope.
What is the umpire saying about the ball?
Has he been throwing a lot of the balls out?
Yeah, umpire said that there's pine tar on a few.
Somebody's doctoring those pitchers, man. Yeah. Somebody's doctoring the baseballs out there.
Not our team.
Of course not. Not us. It's got to be the other guys too. So when you come out, obviously for summer ball, was it kind of a choice or was it kind of like the coach was telling you, yeah, you're probably gonna play summer ball? As Turner Hill hits this one into center field and it will be caught. So we will get back to Justin Folks here in just a second as Turner Hill retired to end the bottom of the 7th inning. We go to the 8th. Settlers still trail by 3. Top of the 8th inning here from Don Edwards Park, Licking County trailing the Richmond Jazz 5-2, and we just had another tennis ball toss and another time without a winner. Justin, we might have to get in on this next time.
Oh yeah, prize is up to $70. I might see if I can.
That's what I'm saying. Because we got one more chance on Sunday, last chance for people to come out and buy tennis balls and try to win the tennis ball toss. Goal of the game: you're behind the left field. What is it? Down the left field line, behind the bullpen. You got to throw it into a hula hoop out there. I feel like I could probably get it. I don't know. I feel like you should probably get it too.
Yeah,
being a pitcher.
I can't see how difficult it is from here, but
I think it's. So if you look, I think it was behind the bullpen and maybe not even close to Sam Stewart, probably like 20 feet in front of Sam Stewart.
About 40 feet.
Maybe 40 feet or so. Yeah, I don't think it's that difficult. This pitch laced into right field, Alas going back, and he will make the running catch as that will retire Damon Maynard for out number 1. It is host family appreciation tonight. I met your host family, I think one of the first nights you were here, we went over there. They're pretty cool people, right?
Yeah, they're very cool. We love staying with them.
Yeah, you would recommend? 10 out of 10 would recommend?
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Did you have a host family last year as well?
I did not. Me and 6 guys stayed in stayed above a shopping center in a little office building.
That had to be interesting as that one ripped right down the third base line for DeAndre Davis. He's going to chug into second base for a 1-out double. DeAndre Davis's first base hit today as he goes into second base with a 1-out double. That'll put another man in scoring position for the Richmond Jazz, and Austin Turner coming to the plate. So you guys stayed above a shopping center, you said?
Yes, right above an H&R Block.
That
6 guys.
That doesn't sound ideal.
It was not.
So you didn't have to pay rent, did you?
No, we did not.
Oh, so it was provided for you, but so you guys have to buy your own groceries and stuff too?
Yes, we did have to do that.
That's tough. That was my big thing. Like I'm staying with a family because last year I had to rent a place. I don't know if you were up here. I rented a place off of Craigslist. Yeah, and it was with a guy. He was 50. He was very nice, but it was just kind of a weird age gap. This pitch popped into shallow right field, caught by Sam Wilson for out number 2. Jared Wolf will be the batter now. He is 0 for 3 on the day. So, yeah, when I was pretty pumped about hearing I didn't have to pay rent, didn't have to buy groceries, don't have to cook too much either, especially for we're getting beds or cots for above the shopping center.
Beds that were on the floor, mattress only.
Jeez, that's roughing it.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Bunch of guys. I didn't really care.
This pitch bunted foul down the third base line. How long was that season in the Ohio Valley League?
Actually, I only ended up staying there for a month as well.
So you just do a whole month thing? That's just what you kind of do?
I left early because my elbow was hurting, and then I came here late because my elbow was hurting.
So you need to get the elbow figured out then, right?
Yeah. Headed back to school on Monday to figure out what's going on.
It's hurting now too?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Obviously, the moneymaker is going to be because I've had problems with my elbow. Like when I was really little, I always had problems too. Has it been kind of like a long?
Yes, it's been a long process. Not quite sure what's going on with it, but hopefully get it figured out here soon.
Hopefully, yeah, too. But obviously, it doesn't stop you from pitching and obviously playing at a very high level too. You guys, what was your record this season? I have it written down, but
not very good.
Not good.
Very down year for us from what we expected.
How was it comparatively to your first season? Were you guys better this season, worse this season?
We were a little bit worse this season. It's a very good group of guys, though, that were a lot of fun to play with, and it was a lot of fun to be out there. But injury bug kept biting us, and at the wrong times, and we just couldn't get it hot.
We get a swing through from the lefty in Wolf. 3-2 pitch upcoming to Jared from Spencer Berg. 1 runner on second base with 2 outs. 5-2 ball game. So what's the outlook for the Belmont Bruins this upcoming season?
The outlook is pretty good. We've got a lot of guys coming back, a lot of arms coming back, but we are losing a big arm.
And that will be strike number 3 by Spencer Berg. He does not allow a run in his second inning of work. We can go to the bottom of the 8th. Settlers need a rally. Justin, appreciate you for coming up here today and joining us on the broadcast.
No problem.
You are always welcome whenever you want these last 3 games. I hope you know that.
Lots of fun up here.
go get a nap in and go hopefully spark a rally here for us, huh?
Will do.
All right, we'll take a break, and when we come back, bottom of the 8th for Licking County. They trail by 3. Two, three, four for the Settlers here in the bottom of the 8th inning as they trail the Richmond Jazz by 3, 5-2 ball game. Richmond took game number 1 last night. Jared Wolf on the mound for the Richmond Jazz. Ott squares to bunt and pulls back and takes right under his chin for ball 1. Ott has reached base once here tonight. He walked in the first inning, 2 ground outs to the shortstop. Since then, he looks at a fastball right down the middle for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to the righty. Ott. Very thankful for Cannon Duke so far. John McCulley, Justin Folks for joining us up here in the press box as Ott fouls this one at head coach Robbie Howell. Not head coach, third base coach. I'm just all over the place today. I know, we're getting booed up here in the press box by everybody. Definitely not going to go on my play-by-play reel here tonight. I can't talk. I can't commentate. Can't ask questions to everybody. I'm just all around struggling here as the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. I will say, has been a long day. We went golfing earlier. Cannon, myself, Dylan, as Dylan pops up into shallow right field. Young, the right fielder, coming on. He will make the catch to retire Dylan for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. That'll bring the home run man himself, Sam Wilson, to the dish now. Wilson 2 for 3 today. A single, a home run, a stolen base. It was a solo shot to lead off the 6th inning. Sam Wilson's 5th home run of the season. He clobbered it to left field. I want to say all of his home runs have been to left field. Wind has died down here at Don Edwards Park. Center field flag just barely moving as Sam takes a curveball in the inside corner for strike 1. We're turning the AC off. I counted the AC on. I'm sweaty right now. This one grounded to the shortstop, and Bell fields it and throws to first base for out number 2. Licking County very quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning, down to its final 4 outs. That was actually, he was off the bag. Don't go down as an error by the third baseman. The head coach for the Jazz coming out to argue here. We have some of the Settler faithful talking about how he took his foot off. I thought it was an out. I don't know. Anybody else saw out here as well? Has gone quiet here at Don Edwards Park as we tried to listen in at the conversation, but it looks like it's not going to go the Jazz's way as Sam Wilson will reach first base on the E3. So 3rd time today that Sam Wilson will be aboard. 1 out, now here in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Cale Baker the batter. Baker 2 strikeouts and a pop out in foul ground here today. 0 for 3, but he can send one a long way very, very quickly. Check on Wilson over at first base, not in time. Here's the pitch from Wolf. That one taken inside for ball one. Baker coming into this game not doing too bad. He was coming off probably one of the better stretches that he's had this season. The last 5 games, 5 for 18, 3 RBIs, and 5 walks as he hits this one high and deep into left field. This one's got a chance. Will it stay fair? It does. Home run, Cale Baker, as he cuts the deficit to 1. Cale Baker, 7th home run on the season. RBIs 23 and 24 as Sam Wilson touches the plate. Cale Baker with the high five from Coach Robbie Howell at third base. Cale Baker, Houston, we have liftoff as Baker sends that one deep into the night sky here at Don Edwards Park, right down the left field line. That one just able to stay to the right side of the left field foul pole. We got a couple guys going out there to find the baseball, and Sam Stewart takes a hack. He was trying to get his home run in here tonight. He had to pull out in batting practice. He's got a real good swing, a lot of power. So you heard a couple of the guys tell us he was a two-way player. He pops this one into the outfield. Left fielder and center fielder converging. It'll be the center fielder, Ken Gott, who will retire Sam Stewart. So now that error on the first baseman, Blevins, coming back to bite the Jazz. This is now a 1-run ball game. Had Wilson been out, deficit would only be at 2 runs for the Settlers. So Settlers down by 1 here, bottom of the 8th. 4 outs to play with. Brendan Alas, the batter now, as he hammers this one into the right center gap. That one's going to go to the wall. Alas rounding first, fielded by Young, and the right field warning track as Alas will motor into second base with a 2-out double. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, Licking County trying to rally here late. A 2-run home run by Cale Baker, and now a 2-out double by Brendan Alas puts the tying run at second base. It'll be Eddie Pena, the batter now. Pena 1 for 3 on the ball game. He singled in the second inning, also flown out and grounded out. First pitch to Eddie, taken high for ball 1. Jared Wolf, his second inning of relief, relieving starting pitcher William Seward. This one hit into shallow center. The second baseman Turner going back, and he will make the catch. But Licking County able to score 2 on the long home run by Cale Baker. 1 frame left to play. It's Richmond 5, Licking County 4.
That's the end of the inning. So if you're in line, you can still get $1 beer, but if you're not.
Final frame here from Don Edwards Park. It's the Richmond Jazz 5 and the Licking County Settlers 4 as we have some of our fans offering up dollar beers. It's dollar beers after the Settlers hit a home run for the rest of the year. So if you're around Sunday afternoon, come out to Don Edwards Park because this one bunted foul down the third base line by leadoff hitter Tommy Bell. Bell today does have a pair of hits. Well, he has a hit and a hit by pitch, so maybe not a pair of hits. Depending on how you look at it. Kind of depends on how you look at it. As Nate, our assistant GM, almost toppled over his chair. Not sure what he was trying to do, but he ended up on 2 out of the 4 legs and went crashing into me. So you're welcome for keeping you alive here today. We don't need any fatalities here with only 1 home game left. This one hit hard at Pena, fields it on the 1-hop, throws over to first and in time for out number 1. 1 up and 1 down. Spencer Berg in his 3rd inning of relief. He has allowed 1 run in that inning. That was in the 7th inning, and right now that is the difference in the ball game. We can also go back to the 3rd inning. 4 runs on a handful of errors by the Settlers, 2 to be exact, and that has also been the difference in this ball game today as the number 2 hitter Nolan Young to the dish now. Young takes curveball on the outside corner for strike 1. Young, the home run guy yesterday, was a towering shot to left field. Has 1 hit today. He's 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. He's also scored twice as Berg comes back with a fastball and blows it right by him for strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Nolan Young taking his time against Spencer Berg. Steps back in. Here's the 0-2 from Berg up high for ball 1. Berg does have a strikeout here today. That was to end the 8th inning. So all these guys making their final appearances on the mound for the Settlers. This one hit high and deep into left field. Stewart going back. He's at the track. He looks up. That ball is over the wall. Nolan Young goes deep for the 2nd consecutive night in his 4th start of the year. Only played 4 games for the Richmond Jazz and 2 home runs in as many nights, as Young will touch them all and extend this lead to 2. Stephen Bennett, the batter now. Bennett has a pair of hits. He's been on base all 3 times here tonight. Once, of course, was on a fielder's choice, but 2 singles, an RBI, a run scored, and also a walk. A productive night for him. That fastball misses up for ball 1. Stephen Bennett from Canisius College. Played West Virginia a handful of times this season. I want to say 4 times as Berg misses outside with a ball. Mountaineers taking 3 out of those 4 games. Here's the 2-0. This one chopped up the middle. Pena will range behind second base, throws to first, and in time for out number 2. Another 6-3 ground out here in the 9th inning. It's a 6-4 ball game. Settlers trail by 2. We'll look around the league, see what else is going on. Well, the Northern Division knows all 3 teams that will be in the playoffs. Maybe we'll do that next inning. His first pitch swinging out into left field is Jackson Blevins, and he will be retired. So Berg gets the 3rd out, but not before the long home run by Nolan Young pushes this lead back up to 2. Settlers down to its final 3 outs. When we come back, it's Jazz 6, Settlers 4.
You got everybody. You got everybody. Ours down at he just got us good, folks. If you could have seen the set on him.
Oh wait, it looks like Garrett Roberts. So Garrett Roberts went back. Oh, you know what they're gonna do there? You're for Trevor.
Jackson Curb to lead it off for the Licking County Settlers. Settlers down to its final 3 outs here. They trail by 2. Jackson Curb. It appears Garrett Roberts is swinging a bat in the on-deck circle, so he would pinch hit for Trevor Niedzwicki. First pitch into Curb, taken for ball 1. Curb in 1 at bat here today has walked. So Curb, no official plate appearance as he takes a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jazz able to get one back in the top half of the ninth off the solo shot from Nolan Young. His second home run in as many days. He went deep yesterday, a 2-run shot. As Curb takes another fastball for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strike to the righty from Belmont University. Jackson getting appearances here and there. He swings and misses for strike 3. Settlers now down with 2 outs left to play as Sandman will walk out to the mound, maybe behind home plate, and make the substitution. Garrett Roberts will be the pinch hitter for Trevor Niedzwicki here in the 9th inning. So if the Settlers can come back, would imagine Baker would go behind the plate and Roberts over to first base as Roberts gets a nice ovation here from the crowd. He is still battling a knee injury, and it does not look great on that left kneecap. Very bruised, black and blue. Doesn't look pleasant, but he's going to try to play through it right here. He's taking BP every day, still swinging well. So he takes a big hack and goes over the backstop for strike 1. Now, if he does make it on, they would try to pinch run for him. We'll see who else they have that could play. Margroff's still on the bench right now as Roberts smokes it foul to the left side. A couple of fans will get a souvenir as Garrett, no balls and 2 strikes. On the bench still position player-wise, so Bozic and Margroff, as they could come in and run. I'm not sure what kind of musical chairs they would play defensively if they were to pinch run for Roberts. So we will see as he swings through. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Jared Wolf and the Jazz. 1 out away from sweeping Licking County here in Newark, Ohio. Top of the order for the Settlers, and it's Turner Hill. Turner has 1 hit today. And a double in the 5th inning, 2 ground outs and a fly out. His other at-bats, third baseman Davis playing about even with the third base bag as Turner takes a ball outside. Jazz with 4 in the 3rd, 1 in the 7th, and 1 in the 9th. There's another pitch by Wolf outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Settlers 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 6th, and 2 in the 8th. 2 home runs here tonight. 1 by Sam Wilson, 1 by Cale Baker. Fastball over this time for a strike by reliever Jared Wolf. Wolf came into the 7th inning and only allowed the 2-run home run to Cale Baker. All 3 outside to Turner Hill. Dylan Ott on deck. He would represent the game-tying run if Turner can get on. Here's the 3-1. This one grounded to the right side. Backhand by the first baseman. Blevins flips to the pitcher. Wolf covering, and that will end the ball game here tonight. Your final score from Don Edwards Park. Richmond Jazz 6, Licking County Settlers 4. Licking County moves to 9-30 on the season. The Richmond Jazz 14-26. As we head into the final 2 days of this 2018 campaign, 2 in Athens tomorrow and 1 at home on Sunday. That'll be the last chance for you to catch the Licking County Settlers here in Newark, Ohio. We'll be streaming all 3 of those games if you can't make it out here to the ballpark. Again, you have a big pot for the tennis ball toss. Definitely come out. $1 beers if any home run is hit, $2 beers in general. So a lot of good incentives to come out to the ballpark here in Licking County. You can give the win to Jarrett Wolf. Spencer Berg will get the loss in this one as Licking County falls by a final score of 6-4. Jazz 6 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors. Licking County 4 runs on 8 hits and 4 errors. We'll be back in action tomorrow from Athens, Ohio, as Licking County will have a doubleheader against the Southern Ohio Copperheads. That first pitch of Game 1 will be 5:05 p.m. So look for us around 5 p.m. is probably when we'll get the broadcast up, and we'll take a look at what's happening around the rest of the league just to see how much that game will mean to Southern Ohio. And it will mean a lot. They're up 8-0 on Irish Hill. Cincinnati's team 16-3 over Xenia. So those two teams will be tied for first place in the division. Hamilton up 5-2 on Galen. If Hamilton wins, they would clinch the third playoff spot in the Southern Division. So it would be the big series for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. They'll be wanting to take all 3 of those from the Licking County Settlers to make sure that they are on top of the Cincinnati's team. Once again, final score 6-4 here from Don Edwards Park. We will see you all tomorrow for the doubleheader against the Copperheads. Once again, I'm Ben Murray. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.